Hey guys, welcome to the video. Tonight I wanted to talk with you about something that I actually experienced earlier this week. I went to do my swim. I was standing on the edge of the pool, get my stuff ready to get in, and I heard the gentleman in 2 lanes over talking to the girl that was in the lane right next to me, and they were talking about triathlons, and from what I could gather, I think it was she's training for one of her first triathlons coming up this season. And so he was kind of talking with her about, the racing and how it's going to go, transitions, etc., etc. And he says to her, hey, I'm going to give you a piece of advice. I don't know if anybody's ever told you this before. Kind of like this is a big top secret. And I was like, let me see what this guy's going to tell her. So he says, as you're coming into transition 2, which is you're coming off the bike, going to the run, he says, just about like a mile to a mile and a half before you get to transition 2, get off your bike and run next to your bike so that you can get your legs ready for the run. And it really took everything inside of me to not interrupt the conversation for many reasons, but the 2 biggest reasons are A, that is probably the most unsafe piece of advice I've ever heard another athlete give someone. Getting off of your bike on a race course to run next to it is very unsafe. In most of the races that I have competed in, the area as you're getting closer and closer to transition 2 can be on more narrow roads and or roads that have a high volume of traffic. It's really not a good idea to get off your bike if you don't have to. Obviously, there's situations where if you have a flat, you didn't bring the appropriate, tools to fix it, etc., you may have to get off your bike and walk it back. So that's reason number 1, very unsafe. Reason number 2, I don't know if anyone has ever tried to run in bike shoes, whether they had to or not. It's unsafe, but it's also virtually impossible. You have the cleats on the bottom of your shoes. Depending on what kind of cleats you have, they can be plastic, you could be slipping, you could roll an ankle. The whole thing was the worst piece of advice I think I've ever heard someone give. And that brings me to my final point, and what I wanted to say was, be careful who you're getting your advice from. Do your due diligence and kind of do some research on the person who is giving you advice, whether it is unsolicited or not. This guy is, he's the king of unsolicited advice at the pool. He just gives feedback, whether you wanted it, asked for it, anything. He's going to tell you what you're doing wrong. So it doesn't surprise me that he was giving her this information. But if it's someone who you are you're getting information from, for instance, I got a lot of training programs and tips from bodybuilding.com. When I first started. The trainers on bodybuilding.com are obviously certified. They know what they're doing. They know how to structure a program. So that's it. Just, A, please don't ever get off your bike and run to get your legs ready for the run. That's why you do a brick workout. And B, please do your due diligence when it comes to getting information from somebody. I thank you guys very much for watching. If you could, please hit the like button. That really helps me with my reach. And until next time, I will see you guys later.